Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we were nearing the end of the final dungeon, which is actually kind of surprising. It's not really a long dungeon. You would expect it to be a longer dungeon considering it's the final dungeon, but no, it's actually one of the shorter dungeons of the game. Not that that's a big deal, this dungeon has definitely provided plenty of challenges all along the way. Certainly not an empty dungeon. Out of curiosity, let me change into a bird real quick. I want to fly around this room. Kind of curious what is on the outskirts of it. I did notice some barrels and boxes. I'm kind of curious if there's anything of interest with them. And while I'm looking around here, we should probably do some recapping since we are, in fact, getting ready to beat the game here. So we are here at the Sky Garden, trying to locate Elric and stop him from breaking the seal containing the demon Drayeth. Elric wants to use Drayeth's powers of time travel to go back in the past and correct some mistakes in the hopes of preventing the world from receiving a grim future. Elric also wants to kill everyone at the School of Magic because Elric believes that the school is responsible for some shady business. That brings up the question, what will be the repercussions of Elric messing with the past? For that matter, is Elric even capable of controlling Drayeth in the first place? Well, we're about to find out. And then the dungeon is somewhere up here, I believe. That's looking like it. But it's not this direction. Let's go this direction. So those are the hoods that were accompanying Elric, and one of them looks a little worse for wear. Where am I going from here? I'm going down. You have to help us! That grimoire we stole from the School of Magic has driven Elric into madness. I got the chance to look at the grimoire. From what I read, using it would be extremely dangerous, but Elric doesn't seem to care. I don't think Elric has enough power left to control the spells written inside there. Well, that answers one of my questions, probably. He's old. His mind and body are tired. So please, stop him. He's a valuable friend of ours. We've been with him for years. Elric has been through a lot of hardships. He's set on this solution to change things, but I know it just isn't going to work. We both tried to convince him to let go of the past, to move on and be happy. And yet you've been willing to fight Faust here in an effort to stop him from stopping Elric. He just won't lend us an ear anymore. Take this key. It will allow you to unlock the door over there. Elric told me not to give it to anybody, but you know how it is. Please hurry and save the old fool. I tried my best to stop Elric from continuing with this ridiculous plan of his. Obviously, he got angry and gave me a good punch to the gut. That's all it took, huh? I mean, yeah, that would hurt. I was expecting you to have been mangled a bit more than just a punch, though, considering your current situation of being on the cloud? It's not a ground, so we'll say cloud. Incidentally, how are we not falling? Whatever. Video game logic. I'm sure you know by now that Elric once protected this island. But do you have any idea what he was protecting these lands from? I have asked that question before, but I don't think I ever got the answer. So you have forgotten too. It's the same for everybody on this island. They seem to believe that everything is normal. It's almost as if something has brainwashed the people living here. making them forget about the dangers lurking outside the island. Oh, you don't know? Apparently the School of Magic has access to these neuralizer towers. It probably isn't helping Elric's disposition towards the School of Magic. Though one would assume they're doing this to prevent widespread panic. People don't know the world is ending, so no panic. I bet the sky looks like a vast blue ocean to you, doesn't it? Green valleys in the distance and rolling white clouds. Give me your hand. I'll show you what this place truly looks like through our eyes. Well, that's worse than expected. This can't be real. Unfortunately, it's the world that you were seeing before that isn't real. We can see things as they truly are, thanks to the power that Elric gifted to us. What you are seeing is something we call the Taint. It's a deadly dark cloud that infects everything it touches. The world beyond this island is in ruins. Anything that makes contact with the Taint eventually becomes corrupted. I'm afraid to inform you that the inhabitants of this island are all that remains of humanity. The many monsters roaming the lands that you believe have always existed are only here because of the Taint. Now that Elric is no longer protecting this island, the Taint is slowly taking control. In another year, this place will be just the same as the rest of the world. The Taint shall claim everything. Who is responsible for brainwashing the inhabitants of this island, forcing them to believe everything is normal? And more importantly, how do they obtain the knowledge to achieve it? That is a question that I hadn't thought of. The School of Magic likely holds the answers to these questions. I bet those scum have already figured out ways to survive the Taint, keeping it a secret between their own groups. Is that what Elric suspects? Why would they want to keep it a secret, though? They don't seem to care about the remaining fragments of humanity. What about Alina? She's a member of the School of Magic. If this is all true, wouldn't she know something about the things you're telling me? Do you honestly believe that your friend would be hiding something like this from you? The folks running the School of Magic from the shadows won't disclose such sensitive information to a kind-hearted girl like her. Well, at least they know she's innocent. At the end of it all, there's really no point in me sharing this with you, as you'll soon forget everything I've told you. Yeah, those neuralizer towers are kind of annoying. For now, you should focus on saving Elric. If you can convince him to change, maybe we could find an alternate solution. Let me guess, the sky is blue, therefore we've already forgotten the conversation. Please hurry and help Elric. This is all information that we already knew, but it's also possible that we didn't know it. This information was written in some optional books in the School of Magic. So, good to know that this information is here for those who skip the books. It just occurred to me, I could use some healing. I'm gonna want to do some healing before I go into some boss fights. I got all these elixirs for a reason. And after all that, I'm gonna save. And at this point, I'm going to save over my last save file from my original playthrough of this game. partly because I don't want to save over the start of this episode, just in case I have to re-record this episode. Cross my fingers that isn't required. It's happened before, though. Also, I want to ensure that I keep save files existing of me transformed into a bird, and when I was able to save with Elena. Alright, let's, actually, hold on a sec, didn't know this was here. I had a hunch something might be back here, but what have we got? Oh, is this just a way to backtrack? And there's no easy way back. I gotta go all the way around. Or I can turn into a bird. Because turning into a bird is fun. Huh? I'm not sure what just happened, but I feel as though I'm forgetting something important. Yep, there's the neuralizer taking effect. It's probably a good thing that they aren't removing even more information. I guess they somehow might be purposely ensuring we remember that we want to stop Elric. This hole is suspicious. You can tell because there's an arrow pointing to it. And here we go. So you probably noticed this treasure chest here at the start of the dungeon. This is how we get it. It's also how we can easily escape the dungeon if we want to go back and use those crafting items that we've been collecting throughout the dungeon. How do I get back up? Okay, I knew there was going to be something in here. I mean, I forgot, but then I remembered. Best way of handling this, bring up the shield and turn, so we don't walk off the ledge. Pretty sure you can walk off this ledge, yep. So, shield turn. And thank you for that health back. And there's the boss door. Let me change my spells real quick. I want to remember to try out Thunder 3. Oh, it's this puzzle again. Except a little trickier, because now the floor is transparent. Oh! No, this is the final save. Skip cutscenes. That is an option in case you die. I have not died yet. There's the crystal. I must give you my thanks for clearing the path to this room. It wasn't really that difficult. You're not getting your hands on the crystal, Elric. As a reminder, this crystal is what will break the seal to Dreyeth. This is what I've been searching for so long to find. With this, I have everything I need. Now Dreyeth's power shall be all mine. My wish can finally be realized. If you unlock that sealed door, you're gonna regret it. If you release the seal and let that thing into the outside world, it'll all be over. With the Grimoire, I'll have full control over Dreyeth. I'll make sure it gives me with the power which I desire. I hate to break the bad news, but you're not strong enough to control it. You're going to make a huge mistake. I'm willing to take the risk. With the end of the world imminent, I don't blame him for trying this, but, he really should consider his options. I'm going in after him. I can't let him continue. Faust, wait! Just make sure you come back alive. This is it. I just have to use this crystal to unlock the door, and infinite power shall be mine. It's finally time. My hard work was all for this moment. I'm going to erase the world we live in today. I'm going to see the faces of the ones I love. My comrades are waiting for me. I feel like Faust shouldn't have been standing there listening. See, this is what happens whenever you let the villain monologue. And that is a thing. I finally get to meet you. I unlocked the door to your freedom. But now, I am your master. Listen to the sound of my voice. I want to turn back the hands of time. I want to correct the mistakes I made. I want to eradicate the school of magic. I'll weave the people of this island a new future. By the power of the Grimoire, you shall obey. This feeling. What's happening to me? My head hurts. Oh, hey. You awake? We sure are lucky, you know. I never thought the world would end up becoming so messed up. Apparently the island we are headed to is one of the last safe places we have. It won't be long before this island also becomes tainted, though. Which is why we have you here. You've got a huge responsibility to protect an entire island for years to come. We're lucky to have you. With you, we'll all be safe. I just hope you're as good as they say you are. I hope you'll hold out. Everybody has high expectations of you. The taint is approaching. You're like the headmaster of the School of Magic. It is time for you to fulfill your role. We should make haste for the tower and push back the taint. From there, you will need to continue maintaining a barrier around the island. He could be there for a long time. It will be taxing on your mind and body. But have peace of mind that the School of Magic shall work hard to find a solution to ridding the world of this evil once and for all. We should have listened to you, and all of this could have been prevented before it had the chance to manifest. Really? So this was predicted? In fact, Elric predicted it. Certainly wouldn't mind knowing more of that story. We are all counting on you, Elric. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious that this was a flashback for Elric, now there's certainty. This island is humanity's last hope. I won't let you down. Your mind has been connected to the tower. This place has the ability to feed you with a constant supply of mana. To leave this place, you would need to hit the master switch, which would unlink you from the tower. I would not recommend doing this, however, as it could be fatal. Apparently it wasn't, though. It would be wisest to wait until we inform you that a solution has been reached at the School of Magic. You need to stay and maintain a barrier around the island with the aid of the tower's mana. Without a barrier, the island would become unprotected from the taint. To help keep your mind at ease, there is a crystal in the main room which you can use to view the world outside of the tower. That's not going to keep his mind at ease, I can tell you that right now. Any other magician wouldn't have the capabilities to control the overwhelming amounts of mana flowing inside of here. So please try to keep your mind clear of any troubling thoughts, as it could destroy your body and mind if you were to lose control of the tower's mana. Good luck, Elric, and on behalf of everyone living on this island, thank you. And then war happened. Everybody cooped up on this island kinda got to them. Why is this happening? This was our chance to start again. I'm protecting these people. Why are they fighting? Why am I protecting this island? Is there no such thing as peace? This isn't what I dreamed of. How many years have I been here? Why hasn't the School of Magic done anything? Have they abandoned me? I suddenly have control of Elric. I cannot open any menus or use any items or spells, though I apparently still have that, energy orb equipped to replenish my stamina. I suppose that would be appropriate for Elric to have one of those as well. It's all over. Time needs to be turned back. I could have stopped the taint before it became this powerful, but nobody listened to me. I need the chance to start again. I no longer desire to protect this island. I gave the people that escaped here a chance to build a new future. I took advantage of my kindness and spat everything I did in my face. I was forced to watch those I cared for and protected become victims of hate and avarice? I couldn't do a dang thing to help them because I was told to remain in this cursed tower. If I hit this switch, the tower will deactivate. I no longer need to remain trapped here. With my barriers gone, the taint will slowly engulf the island. Monsters shall infest the only place on this planet which remains safe. But that no longer matters to me. It is certainly something that I have to be the one to turn off the barrier. You're a failure.